Group Ironman is only a little while away, and groups are starting to form, strategies are being made, and the hype for this highly anticipated release is building and building, especially as it's been expected for years at this point. And let's be honest, playing RuneScape with your friends, even if they're imaginary or on an hourly rate, is a lot of fun. However, there's one slight issue that I have with this upcoming Group Ironman release, and that's the exclusion of a very important sub-mode, Hardcore Group Ironman. As Jagex has confirmed that this version of Group Ironman will not be a part of the initial release and will come out sometime after. And if I'm being honest with you here, I think that's a huge missed opportunity, and quite frankly, them releasing this a while after could even be a bad thing for RuneScape as a whole. Sure, it's a little bit hyperbolic, but you get the point. All that and who I'm going to be forming a group with, yes, I'm going to be doing Group Ironman with some of your favorite content creators, will be tackled in this video. If you're going to enjoy it, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new or if you don't want to miss any Group Ironman content, as we're trying to get to 10k by the end of 2025. And enough waffling, my name's Chevalric, and let's talk about it. So for those of you who might be out of the loop or simply need a bit of a refresher, as it's been a while since it's been officially announced, on release there will be two, technically three, types of Group Ironman modes available. Regular Group Ironman and Competitive Group Ironman. The third one is a sub-version or unranked version of regular Group Ironman mode, as it will allow you to form a group with existing Ironman in exchange for not being ranked and most likely having a different Ironman icon as well, aka the filthy green helms we know from old school. Regular Group Ironman will work the exact same as it does on old school. It will be a group of 2 to 5 players with a shared group storage in the bank, only being able to trade with each other, and the regular Ironman rule set. On top of the Group Ironman rule set, Jagex will also be adding journey achievements, group goals that give some cosmetic rewards for completing certain challenges, scaling up with tiers. For example, everyone in the group needs to complete Cook's Assistant. It's pretty much a nice little system to give a bit of a direction when you're lost on what to do, or just some extra goals to strive towards. Competitive mode is the exact same as regular Group Iron, but the difference is that you can only do content with your own group. You want to go to next AOD? Well, you will be 5-manning, as you will not be able to do it with other people outside of your group. This goes for most pieces of content, and competitive GIM are even excluded from things like wilderness events. This will be the more challenging version of Group Ironman and the mode I will be playing with my group. And yes, I'm teasing you till the end of this video for the group reveal. Anyway, there's one mode missing here, and that is Hardcore Group Ironman, where you have a set amount of lives within the group for every member you have. So you have 3 members, you have 3 lives. Once you lost all those lives, you'll be converted back to a regular Group Ironman. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that this is the best version of Group Ironman. In all honesty, I feel like this is a mode that appeals most to content creators, as it gives them, and to an extent their viewers, a clear indicator for when a series ends. Pretty much when all lives are lost. And of course, adding those extra stakes to certain encounters to make for more interesting content. And besides content creators, I feel like there's just a very small group of people who truly enjoy this mode for what it is, and that the majority of people who would pick this initially probably choose it with the idea of, let's see how far we can get, and then we will continue on as a regular group. So I kind of understand Jagex's mindset of not prioritizing its release, as it will require some extra attention versus regular Group Iron and even regular Hardcore Ironman modes. Obviously, starting with the implementation of a system that can track lives across multiple accounts within the group, amongst other technical challenges. You obviously don't want to get it wrong, as it can ruin someone's complete experience if this is not tracked properly. Sure, they can choose to delay the release of Group Ironman because of it, but yet again, for a small percentage of people who will actually play it, will that be worth it for them, and quite frankly for you? Probably not. But that is also the exact issue to me. Hardcore Group Ironman will most likely release a while after the regular Group Ironman mode. Most likely 3 to 6, maybe even 12 months, and in my eyes, developing and releasing Hardcore Group Ironman at this point will be a tremendous waste of dev time. Why? Well, because the people who are truly interested in playing it are small to begin with. As mentioned before, this will most likely include content creators and real hardcore players, no pun intended, as all the casuals who would have maybe played it are most likely playing a Group Ironman at this point anyway. Those dedicated group Ironman people, the ones that have been excited for this mode for years at this point, will all have started their groups at the release of the mode and within the first month of it being out. The majority of groups are probably created in this time period, as this is where I'd assume most of the hype will be. Sure, some of these people might be interested in a hardcore group, but probably more in the category of, well, let's see how far we can go. And by the time a hardcore mode would release, the majority of these people are probably at a point of their groups where you can start to truly do the interesting high-end content in the game. So why would they even want to start over for a hardcore mode? Regardless of the time spent, it's also a financial matter too. Another membership, especially on an account that has its days possibly limited? Yikes. So I kind of fail to see how they can make this worth our time. And at this point in the video, I'd usually come up with some sort of solution. But besides making the game mode drastically different to regular group Ironman somehow, which honestly I don't know how you would do without making the game mode easier rather than harder, I don't really see a solution. Honestly, I'd say either delay the release of regular group Ironman to include hardcore mode with its initial release, which they won't do and rightfully so, or simply never release it at all and have the challenge group Ironman be the more hardcore mode for the players who are interested in a more challenging experience. So who will I be sharing this challenging experience with? Well, my group will consist of a few people you might know. The Iron Spider himself, Mr. Iron Araxor, the Yas of the Crit, aka Kritcha, the Quiet Man himself, Silence, and the gunslinging Russian American, No Kills Kristen, who's a smaller streamer over on Twitch and a great friend of mine. These people will share the experience of Group Ironman with me, and yes, we will be making progress videos on our channels, plus, of course, plenty of live streams over on our Twitch channels and YouTube in the case of Silence. Link in the description. Don't worry, more information will follow, as we might have some other spicy additions to add to our groups. So, stay tuned. But this is not the only issue with the upcoming roadmap for RuneScape, as skilling is also something that will be reworked. On screen right now, you can check out my video on the skilling rework for profitability. If you like this video, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new, and my name's Chevalric, and I'll see you guys in my next video.